I put my beats in, so if the audio sounds too warm or if it sounds like too muffled, let me know and I can switch it.
Okay. No, I think it sounds pretty good.
Okay.
You're at your LA studio right now,
Yeah, in my LA room.
with the grid for the observatory behind you.
Yeah, man. This is welcome to Los Angeles. Only thing that's out right now is are the birds and the bees.
Birds and the
Literally.
bees. That's crazy, bro. How's life in LA right now? Is everything shut down? Are people still going out?
Nah, man, it's pretty low foot traffic wherever you go. I mean, the only people that are really going out are going to get groceries, or they're going to visit family members, or just do whatever it is they actually need to be doing during this time. Um, so there's not a whole lot of activity, even if you wanted to. And plus,
Yeah,
it's raining right now. We got rain. I don't know about you guys. We got rain right now.
yeah. Here in the desert, it's been raining since last night. Just sprinkling. I think it's snowing in the mountains, bro. If Coachella was happening though, it's gonna rain all weekend. It's freaking like 60, 70 highest. Like I guess we dodged the bullet on that one because it would have been
Yeah,
all muddy and shit.
it was gonna be this weekend, right? Or was it
Yeah,
next?
tomorrow. Weekend one was tomorrow.
Damn. Yeah, because I had a weekend one tickets as well. So we would have been there tomorrow. Would have been the most ideal, probably one of the more. Was it? I don't think we've ever had a Coachella where it's rained, and this is probably the first one.
Not rained, but I seen sprinkle like one day or something, but not like flash flood, not like that heavy rain, severe
Yeah.
storm. Let's see. This weekend, let me look up the weather for the weekend because I think I saw tomorrow is gonna be like a high of 70, which is insane. High of 70. Right now it's 59 degrees, raining, shower, and then tomorrow's a 53 degrees with rain, and then Saturday a high of 77, and Sunday it's only going to be a high of 70, high of 80 on Sunday instead of 100 though, and low of 59. So nights are going to be freezing. If Coachella was still happening, it would have been just freezing the whole time.
Well, we'll see what happens afterward. But that sounds like it was gonna be some very not Coachella like weather. Talking about the festival.
Yeah, it would have been crazy. And next week, usually like weekend one to weekend two, it's a little hotter. But it would have been like the entire polo grounds would have got destroyed. Like all the mud and like all the grass would have been gone if they would have
Yeah,
had it.
super muddy.
So did you end up canceling your Coachella tickets?
No, I mean I'm still holding on to them.
Yeah, yeah, me
Yeah,
too. I didn't sell them.
there was no point. I mean for us that are locals, I mean if you could still hold on to them, good.
Mhm. I think a lot of people, like people in California, kind of kept them, but there's a lot of people traveling from out of the country that it sucks because you plan all year like to spend that much money to travel, buying the hotel, buying the airplane, buying everything, and then just get canceled. And you can't really 6 months later you can't really do that shit. So it's
Yeah,
just
it's the
crazy.
ones that are traveling from long ways that suffered the most, international especially.
Yeah, I had some people message from like Ireland and the UK and
Oh, for
Germany.
real?
It was crazy. I was like, damn. But they had to cancel their plans. Some of them, it was their first Coachella and stuff. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of friends that had to switch up their Airbnb plans and cancel their local things that were obviously going to host them to stay, but they still plan on going, hopefully in the fall.
Yeah.
Um, and so they still have their hopes up for that, you know.
I know a lot of people here in the desert, they still wanted to take a trip in April. But that was before like more restriction happened. As soon as the festival got postponed, a lot
Yeah.
of people are messaged like, "Oh, what's there to do in Palm Springs?" You're still trying to take the trip out there and have fun, but I think like a week after they canceled Coachella, Palm Springs, and other areas, they pretty much canceled short-term rentals, which is Airbnbs and all that. So they banned
Hmm.
short-term rentals with like I think a $1,000 or $5,000 fine if you do a short
Oh,
like
if you get caught?
yeah if you get caught.
Hmm. I wonder how
Just
they would find that out, though.
I guess neighbors, if the neighbor just is like, hey, there's fucking randoms and next door party.
I always be like, they're family members, you know. I feel like they wouldn't dig too deep. But if you get like 20 people at a place where
No,
there's only
yeah.
like three, then I'll be like, you know, something's up.
Nah, yeah, like who's gonna notice when you exactly you just say it's family coming over. But I don't know how long. So you're still working right now from home, or how you doing with work?
Yeah, let me get a drink. I want to answer that question once I get a drink. I've been parched, man. Hold on, give me a second.
All right.
All right, I got my drink and I got my water. Chilling, Gucci.
Good shit. Good shit.
Yeah, I've been working from home, man. You know, fortunately, I work in an industry that allows me to take my work remotely, and in a time where a lot of people are losing jobs, you know, it's a blessing. It's a good thing. And I've been working out of my home here in Inglewood
Yeah.
since, oh man, I want to say right before the LA County Safe at Home order came in, which was like starting to be like the second week of March.
Yeah.
My company said, you know what, they want us to work from home remotely, and then the Safe at Home order came, and then just extended that period. So I've been at home for a while.
Yeah. Over a month already. About a month.
Yeah, we're about to enter a full month,
Are you
and
going?
this,
How are you dealing with that? Like, are you getting bored? Are you annoyed by just being home? Like, there's a lot of things that people take for granted. Because I know I took for granted a lot of stuff, like even just going to the movies or even going to the park. Things that just day to day life we take for granted, and now we can't even do anything.
yeah, I mean, being at home, working from home is a privilege, and I mean, there's nothing really bad. Yeah, you get, you know, the ordinary life stuff sucked out of you from, you know, out of nowhere. But
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm at home, if I'm not working, I'm either trying to take a break. I really like to cook, so I'll be watching some MasterChef stuff like the night before, then trying to cook up something that next day. Like I've been trying to cook eggs Benedict like to the T.
Like a chef,
Uh,
a fucking
yeah,
salt bay and shit.
yeah, just trying to, you know, make something. I'm trying to get to the books that I basically couldn't get to while, you know, you're in your regular schedule.
Yeah.
Um, and then I have had to get creative with other things like my exercising, making sure that, you know, my body's still, you know, being pushed to a limit, so that way the cardiovascular, you know, activity's still going. I've been lifting up my speakers. I've been trying to bench my speakers, trying to curl my speakers, and my speakers are pretty heavy. They're 80 to 100 pound speakers. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, that's
I've been
good. You
trying to
used
do
to.
that. Yeah, it's a challenge to try and make it feel ordinary, but I mean, it's the challenges that you want. I mean, there could be worse scenarios where you lost your job, your family loses your job, now you're looking for a home or a place to
Oh, I
stay, and
know. There's
they're
a
not
lot
being
of places.
cooperative, and you can't find work, and you're trying to apply to jobs, but no one's hiring, or, you know, God forbid, you know, you lose a family member, and then, you know, there's so many like things that can go south as well.
Yeah.
Like we sometimes just focus on those that have the privilege of having a job, sometimes just being at home, being in a state of relaxation or just
Hmm.
comfort, but they just have to, you know, switch up their
The
regular
routine.
activities for the
Yeah.
time being.
I kind of adjust to it, but yeah, like you said, there's a lot of people that have it way worse. Do you know anybody right now that's been affected, or know somebody that has a family member that's been affected?
But some of my coworkers have had to report that their family members have tested positive. And then I don't think there's been any immediate family or extended family that has told me that they've gotten tested positive. Everyone's pretty much doing what they're supposed to. They're staying at home and, you know, trying to ride it out, trying to make the best of it.
That's good. Nah, yeah, it's they said the next 2-3 weeks is supposed to reach our peak, so they said the numbers might jump up radically over the next like 2-3 weeks.
Mm.
Here in California, though, the numbers have been pretty low despite the large population compared to like New York. New York's just getting out of hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, it's tough the way the reporting goes too, because um, it's always kind of like a little behind or a little delayed. So you're getting the numbers after they've come in. and so it
Yeah,
might already be hired. So
the next day. Yeah, you're
yeah.
getting the reports from the day before, and they make the articles. I mean, yesterday I think there was like 700 something people passed away in New York, just in New York City, New York State, and then today is probably gonna be more. That's what they said. They said here in the Coachella Valley is supposed to reach 1,000 by May, like in a month. But
Oh,
so
1,000 cases, you mean?
they said 1,000 deaths in
Really?
Riverside. I think they said in Riverside County, but not just in the Coachella Valley. But that's like worst case scenario, the worst case scenario charts that they did. So
Oh,
they say in a month from now. But right now it's been pretty slow. Here in the valley, there's been a few, I think about 38 people have passed away. But they already have a lot of stuff in place. I was reading some articles that they have enough beds and emergency units and ventilators and everything at the hospitals here. And then the National Guard set up at the fairgrounds. They have 125 beds just in case. And they have drive-through testing as well. Just kind of getting ahead of the curve before. And I think it's better to be prepared, even if we don't need all that stuff, than be underfunded or not have enough equipment. Because that's what the problems are happening. There's not enough equipment to keep people.
and then better to have it not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was trying to get. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We're kind of going day by day. We don't know what's gonna happen in 5 days. It's hard to make predictions. Have you? How are like the grocery stores out there? Because I know you live in a big city. Do you go shopping out there? Are they still super crazy?
I honestly try to go as little as possible. The main store that I go to be honest, I only want to go to one grocery store. I go to Costco,
Mm-hmm.
um, and when I go there, I basically get. I try not to be too. I try to be smart, basically, with the things I'm gonna buy. Like whatever I'm gonna buy, I should make last a long time because compared to like when you would go out and get either the freshest produce and just be like, oh, I'll be back in a couple of days, like, or I'm just getting food for like a couple of days.
Yeah.
I get things that don't are non-perishables that don't go bad quickly. What I do is some tips that I do. I stick my bread in the freezer, lasts a lot longer,
Yeah.
especially you don't need it out. So I'll get two loaves that way. I'll stock up on things that are either canned, some freezer foods. I'll still be eating healthy
Mhm.
for the most part, but I'll just have to shift what I'm eating just to make the most out of the situation. But when you do go there, I try not to go there at least like in the early mornings or like during a certain window of the morning and or evening because I feel like that's when it influxes the most when you have
Yeah.
uh, people trying to get there. Especially, I feel like there's a lot more people that go early. I'm not sure why. Maybe they really need it that early. But I try to usually go when it's like almost closing. Reason
Yeah.
being is because most people are already at home. They're with their families. They've done what they need to do. It's kind of towards the end of the day. Not too many people are out at grocery stores, and so that's when I usually go. But I remember it being pretty bad. One day it went, and I have never seen a line at Costco the way I saw it that day in Inglewood, and it was pretty bad, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, I came here to get two things, and this was like about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, right around that time I was sent home.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "There's no way! Like, I can't wait! Like, I have to go do something else today for work." So I left. It was that bad. I saw it and I dipped.
I saw one in Chino Hills. We were working nearby maybe like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. There was a line like wrapped around the building, like a big old L. But then the line would do like a snake. So they made like a huge snake. It was freaking a ton of people. I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it. Like it was just so much people, and definitely not 6 feet apart. Everyone was all like bunched in together because there's not enough room. And they had to bring there was cops and security there because there was just so much people just in case they needed to do something. But I don't know. It's just I guess people the grocery stores say too that I think one of the reasons why they go early in the morning is because they get the new shipments in the evenings or at nights. They restock everything, so in the morning, first come first serve. So whatever
That makes sense.
you need to go get it. So we went to Sam's Club, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. We went in the evening, and they were sold out of bread. They were sold out of meats. They were sold out of a bunch of stuff. and they told us like if you want to come back next morning, we restock and first come first serve. So I think that's one of the reasons why it gets super packed in the morning. But
Damn, that actually makes sense now. Uh, my mom has actually told me because she works at Costco. She told me that she's also seen it where it's wrapped around some days.
mm-hmm,
She'll be there early morning, 5 o'clock, and they don't open the stores until like 8 or 8:30, I believe.
mm-hmm.
And there's already people there like 3 hours early, man. This was before they enacted a policy at Costco where the elderly can come in, I think, like on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like an hour pocket where they can go in and, they're granted, time to get their necessities. This was before that, and they were just there, man. And my mom felt so bad for them because they're out there. They have to be there 3 hours early, and maybe they won't get what they need, and they have to come back. And can you imagine being, older in your years and having to repeat that cycle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like that they did it with the old people. Certain stores are letting 65 and older come for like the first hour they open the store. Only 65 and older crowds are allowed to go in. Trader Joe's and some other stores are doing that. So I think that's a good thing. Give them a chance, because also they're the most at risk. And I've driven in the mornings past like Trader Joe's here in La Quinta. There's already lines of old people, like just freaking 6 feet apart. They have access to the floor. And other stores that are still open because I still go to Home Depot for work. They have a limit that they allow people to come in. So they have a line outside. They have a guy waiting, and then he's counting as many people are coming in, and they have a person on the other side counting how many people are going out. And then they're letting there's only a certain amount to allow in the store. So they're taking precautions like that.
I've seen more stores do that too. They like do a certain quota, and then it's like they have to stop.
Mm-hmm. And what is interesting too is, right, at least here in Riverside, no one's allowed to go to any public, either any store or whatever, without wearing a face mask now. Like it's mandatory. All our stores have signs, gas stations. You have to have something covering your face. So bandanas. I like to wear bandana. I'm still wearing a bandana. Just for style.
I feel it.
I'm wearing. I got at Coachella 2016 when Ray Shremmer performed. There were some
Were
people
they throwing those out in the crowd?
Yeah, they were throwing these out, or somebody had them. They were handing them out. So I've had it since like 2016. So I've been wearing it at school and not at school. I'm wearing it at work, and then I'm bald and I'm walking around with a bandana, so I look like a cholo, like I'm about to rob these foos.
Man, I mean, but you've been what's it called? You've been wearing protective gear, right, for a while now, or you just started?
No, yeah. So we hardly been working with like other people though, just more like alone, well, like just our crew basically. So ever since I think since last week when we started seeing everybody wear a face mask. So before that, no one was really wearing anything. Certain people were, like you see people driving with them, but I think since last week they pretty much made it mandatory, which is weird because I had heard that they actually don't prevent anything because you could still get infected on your clothes or your hands or something. So I really don't know because there's contradictions there, but I think just trying to stay away from people.
Yeah, it's a preventative measure. I mean, obviously, if you don't use the equipment right and you don't, a perfect example, my mom actually told me this, and she was being more observant at her work because she's a supervisor for the gas stations, and she was seeing basically people with masks. What would happen is they would need a sneeze, and guess what they would do? They'd open it up and sneeze out. And then some people would be taking off their masks to like pick at their teeth or whatever, and then they'd go to grab the handle.
Wow.
So like, I don't know if it's subconscious things that people do or that they used to do, and they're not paying attention. But things like that, something as simple as wearing a mask all of a sudden becomes super complicated because you defeat the purpose of the mask by doing those things.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's some people that are still super skeptical about it, and people are still like, they believe it's a hoax, and there's theories with everything. But I just like, I think it's done because whether you believe like, oh, I'm gonna get through, because there's a lot of people like it's just a hoax to scare people and this and that, or like, oh, it was man-made, or all this other stuff. But I think it doesn't matter where it came from, or if it's a conspiracy, or if the U.S. started or China started. Like, there's conspiracies with everything, but I think it doesn't matter because people are dying, and we have to take or do our part to kind of like prevent it. Prevent us from bringing it to our home, prevent us to getting sick, getting other people sick, and other people don't care. Like you're saying, like people they're just going out there freaking sneezing everywhere, touching, not washing their hands, and being super dismissive. So I don't know. I think they're gonna hopefully not enforce martial law or something where they're gonna enforce us to stay at home because people are not taking.
Shit, that would not be good.
Yeah, they're not freaking. No one's taking this shit serious, bro. Like I always see all kinds of photos and videos on social media, people posting that they're still going out and shit. I'm like, come on, man. It's weird.
I mean, I don't think it'll get to that point, but I do think that shutting down businesses that are considered not necessary, non-essential, did a good thing, probably halting a lot of foot traffic in those areas that could have spread it. Obviously there was a lot of bad consequences where people lost a lot of their jobs, their businesses, or both. But what it did do is it actually lessened the amount of people that could infect, because if there was a lot of foot traffic in businesses and restaurants and whatnot, you could have had probably a much larger outbreak. And then once it's already so big, think of like an avalanche. When a snowball is coming down and rolling and getting bigger and getting bigger, imagine then trying to stop it once it's like 100 times bigger than you.
Yeah.
I think that's what these whole actions are meant to do, is to like basically stop it in its tracks before it gets that much bigger.
Yeah. No, that's what I heard too, is the whole prevention is just to make sure our health system doesn't get overwhelmed, because we don't have enough beds, we don't have enough respirators, we don't have enough doctors. So if everything, like you said, it was just an avalanche of people getting sick coming to the hospital, there's not enough rooms. That's what was happening in Italy and Spain. Like there's not enough beds and doctors to take care of everyone. So doctors had to choose, like, okay, we got to choose between who lives and who dies, basically. So that's the scary part, because no one was prepared, and even here we weren't prepared. And I know people are still blaming Trump for a lot of things because he didn't act, but nobody really knew how big this was going to get. He didn't act when he got the warnings early in February, but too late now. We just got to work what we have now. Like that Frodo quote.
Yeah, I think putting too much energy and effort into the blame game is useless now. All the energy should be going to doing what the CDC, doing what the WHO is recommending and providing, because if we keep looking back, we're not looking at like really what's in front of us and what we can do to flatten the curve, to basically get this over with as quick as possible and get back to hopefully a much better state of being and living.
Yeah, and what scares me is like a lot of in Mexico. I think Mexico is gonna get pretty bad in Mexico because they're super late. The president was super dismissive too. Like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, he was super dismissive. Now they're doing like kind of a shutdown and this, and right now I think there was like 300 something cases today just, and they've only tested like 30,000 people. Like they haven't really tested that many people. And there's a lot that are coming out right now, so I hope Mexico doesn't get too bad, because they don't have that much resources, as they have here, that's the scariest part.
Yeah, the tail ends of these things for extremely large populations are very scary, because if you have a large population like Mexico that waits until much, much later, what you're going to end up having is whoever was of the other nations that cooperated, they might be getting out of it, and then you bring down the stay at home orders, and then people are funneling in again between each other, and then we're back to square one. Then all that damage to the economy, all that damage to everyone that was affected by it was for nothing. I think that's what people don't understand, is that if you release the restrictions too early, you're just going to make it worse, because now we're going to have to prolong it even longer.
How long do you think this is going to last, speaking of that?
I think it's gonna be, at least for my area, for like LA County, we're preparing at least until like the end of May.
Yeah.
And I've heard, not heard, I've read material from officials in I think it's Santa Clara County from up north, that have suggested different timelines and different hypothetical scenarios. Um, and I want to break down kind of like the one of the scenarios that they mentioned is that they anticipate that the government will want to slowly start rolling uh, restrictions back on things like maybe those businesses that can go back to work, and slowly start kind of releasing kind of the reins on 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 people. But what they don't want to have happen is everyone kind of flood back to everything all at once. And so some of these scenarios are honestly, they're aiming at like fall, and even I saw one that was like aiming at 2021 for a
2021.
full. Yeah, I saw one for 2021 and 2022, because they were outlining as like that'll be when everything will be eradicated. Either we'll have a vaccine by then, or basically everything will calm back down.
Yeah.
Not because like we'll have little releases of the reins here and there along the way to get it back on its feet, but getting back to normal, I saw some something hinting at the fall.
No, I seen similar reports. A lot of people they think just because we're in a national lockdown till April 30th, they think, oh, once May starts we can start. Like, no, we're nowhere near the end. I think for me, I think we're, from what I've read, I think it's by like September. By September, I think that's when, like you said, more businesses are gonna start opening up. But the risk is like the big populations, like schools and all that stuff. Like it's gonna be hard for them to go back to school and stuff. One of the reasons they canceled the school, like they just decided not to even risk it. There was no way. So it sucks for those people that had to graduate. That's like all their seniors in college and seniors in high school and all that stuff. They don't get to experience their senior year, which kind of sucks. But hopefully by September, I think by September. But I still don't think we're gonna have big events though. Like there's no way they're gonna have sporting events or music festivals, all that stuff. I don't think, like especially for Coachella and stuff. That's by October. I don't think they're gonna allow it because there's too much risk having 100,000 people together like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll probably be a blow to a lot of things. And the thing that I'm thinking about too is, while we're anticipating like maybe a fall comeback of some sort, fall and winter is also when this can resurge. Like in the summer, there's an expected decline to occur, but in the fall and the winter is expected to basically come back, and it might come back even stronger.
Stronger, yeah. I heard reports it might come back stronger. And as far like you said, until we have a vaccine or something, they're thinking a year to 18 months for a vaccine. So that's not going to be till like maybe around this time in 2021 we're getting something like that. So hopefully, since everyone's kind of working together, they'll be able to speed up the process, but it'll be tough.
Yeah, interconnectedness of everything is it's tricky.
Yeah, there's no way. Everybody's kind of like nobody really knows, But yeah, it's getting boring. Like just at home, fucking nothing to do. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. You got to make up activities. You got to like get creative with the time. I read something that kind of really inspired me to like being accountable with my time. Was that if you don't come out of this, obviously if you're not like looking for a job, and if you're not in a really really shitty scenario, if you don't come out of here with new skills learned, your craft developed, or something you've gained and or learned during this time, what you didn't lack time, you lack discipline.
That's true. I see a lot of people saying this is the perfect time. Like a lot of people always complain they don't have enough time to do kind of like the side hustle or to learn something new. Like you said, read books, learn a language, get in shape, do all these things. The problem always people complain about is not having enough time. So there's a perfect opportunity for people to do those things. For me, my plans right now, like I'm trying to upload more, and I'm trying to see like new ways to make videos not related to the festival. So I need to order this thing where I could be able to live stream directly with the quality from my camera, and that's the next thing I want to start live streaming and having just like instead of making a video, just live stream and then still make the videos on the side, but live stream is pretty cool. And then right now I've been working on Photoshop. I don't know if you've seen the little
Yeah, I've
these
seen all
little
those
edits.
images. They look really cool. It
I
reminds me
really
of something from like Super Slimy from like Young Thug. Just the whole drip factor is pretty cool.
yeah, I barely learning like the little Photoshop edit. I barely learned it like yesterday or 2 days ago, and then I was just practicing on people, and then I was like $5, so I started charging. I already made $15, in one day. Just it takes me like 1 minute to make. It's super easy. And I
Yeah,
made
and then
yeah, I made $15, and I'm not like looking to be a Photoshop guy, but if I get an extra $15, I can invest into something. How are you doing with the stock market?
to be honest, I haven't paid attention to it a lot right now, just because I've had people in my family that have gotten laid off, and I'm actually focused more on just helping them stay afloat.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't, in a perfect world, if it was a down economy, and I'll be looking at the stocks like a bunch. But right now, it's not even a priority for me. I'm just making sure that I have some extra cash on hand to help them out with anything, like I have been. So to me, that's the biggest thing, is taking care of my family right now.
That's good. Yeah, I haven't really invested more, but I've just been keeping up because they dropped like crazy. Like in March, it was like record low. It was
Dude,
insane.
once I saw my Disney stock go below 90, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm good. I don't want to pay attention right now. Like, if you pay attention to too much negativity, like if you just watch the news the whole day, and then you spend your time looking at the stocks, and then it's going down, and then if you surround yourself by too much of what you really don't need and don't grab the essential, you can just honestly fall into like anxiety and depression, and
Mhm.
start overthinking things, and basically put yourself in a rut. Like, watch the news, grab what you can for some quality information, get the facts from the sources. If you're what's it called, dang it, I forgot the word. If you're skeptical,
Yeah,
go to the org websites, get it straight from the horse's mouth. But get what you need, get out, stay informed with what's going on in your community, apply that. But the more you watch, honestly, you're just gonna stress yourself out even more.
no, yeah, I completely agree. It's just so much. Like everywhere you look, is just information being thrown at you, and there's definitely information overload. I think that's what you're talking about. Like if you're just consuming so much and trying to keep up, and there's just so much going on right now, and it's a lot of headlines too. They make the headlines like doomsday and all this stuff because
Mhm.
that's against the clicks, and these websites and these newspapers, they're trying to get people to click. And the way that works the most, unfortunately, is fear. So fear is what makes people like read or like invest their time into it. So right now, it's just been pretty bad. The stock market, even though today there was like 6.6 more people, 6.6 million people filed for unemployment over the last week, and I think
Yeah,
today 10% of the entire workforce is out of a job right now. 10% of the entire workforce, which is like huge numbers. And even with that, the stock market still went up over the last 2 days. Like people didn't care; they just keep going up. But I think it's gonna crash down again. There's no way. Even like we're still what 2-3 months from going back to work, and when we go back to work, it doesn't mean that we're just gonna go back to normal life. Like it's gonna be a new normal. It's gonna be us.
yeah,
People are not gonna be wanting to go out, spend money because you don't know. It's kind of like a wake up call for a lot of people. Like look at how you're spending your money or how you're spending your time, and see the things that actually matter. So yeah, I don't know.
yeah. You're right. I think this is gonna change. I think the way we interact and how we do a lot of things, and I think you're gonna start to see, after this is over, a trend in companies, and employees alike, looking for benefits when it comes to disaster relief, and how companies are going to prepare for disaster relief funds, and how to best prepare for something like this when it happens again, not if it happens again, when it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be. Um, definitely a huge learning curve for everybody because we haven't seen this stuff in like 100 years. So um, I'm definitely not at the scale that we're in right now. And I know people are still complaining, but you know what I was thinking the other day is like we're all at home with our phones and internet and
Yeah.
unlimited videos on YouTube and Hulu and Netflix. We're all complaining, but think about fucking life in like 1850. They're just at home with nothing to do, just fucking bored as fuck.
Yeah, and then even then, to get the word out, like telecommunications has made it so that way you know exactly what's going on in your
Mhm.
communities. So has the internet done that, and all these different technological advances where if they had the technology they had back then, a lot of things could have been shifted or altered. Hopefully.
Yeah,
But technology does give that ability to get things moving quickly. That's why now when you send announcements out via you know, my LA or Riverside County alerts, whatever it may be, whatever wherever you're at, you get them a lot quicker. It's going to be a much quicker turnaround time. Like a 24, 48 hours for the majority of people to be informed.
yeah.
Um,
It does. Everything does get out faster, especially like some of the news that even regular people break. It's before the news, like just directly from the source. There's no waiting for 6 o'clock to see what's going on. There's
yeah,
no like you said. Now back then you had to listen to the radio and shit, even if there was radio.
if you had access to the radio.
Yeah, there's definitely some good stuff happening too, though. We just gotta. I try to stay positive. I know there's a lot of negativity and a lot of bad times, but we gotta stay a little bit positive with everything that's happening. Um, are you still? So you're doing another session on Friday, going live on Instagram with your DJ set?
Yeah, we'll be going again. Fuego Fridays
Fuego
again.
Fridays.
Yeah, I think for as long as this goes on, I think I'm gonna keep doing it. And it's been successful. Have you checked in on? I think the last. I've only done two, right? Yeah, I think I've only done two.
Yeah, you've only done two. So the first one, I saw that you went live, but after when you were posting on your story, everyone sharing, I was like, that sucks. Then last Friday, I tuned in, and then I was in the comments with a bunch of people. It was pretty fun.
It's
There was,
pretty interactive.
I don't even know these people, but someone's like, hey, because we're pretending we're at the club, so everyone's like, hey, where's my friend? Someone's like, where's my friend Tony? And then I put, oh, Tony's in the he went to the restroom with some girls to do coke, and then someone's like, and it's like, and then Tony responded like, oh, I'm here and shit. We were just having fun. It's crazy.
You
Uh,
see, that's what it's meant to do too. Because if I didn't do that, you wouldn't have had that experience. Just something as simple as that.
no, yeah, it's I think on Saturday, I don't know what day it was. T Pain and Lil Jon went live. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, and I think I saw my friend post up something that they're also going to be going, I think, in live tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, I haven't really checked. It's supposed to be DJ Premier and against somebody. So Lil Jon versus T Pain. So they were playing one song each, like one of their hits, and then they would play it, and then the other guy would play it. They went on for like 2 hours, bro, just playing back to back like each other's songs.
Damn,
And
they got
like
a lot of hits too.
they had like no, it was hits after hits. So at one point it was like 300,000 people watching, or like 250,000 people. And then it
Damn,
was
that's pretty
nothing.
good.
All the celebrities were in there watching too. Like Wiz Khalifa was commenting, fucking Netflix was commenting, the official Netflix account, and like, and then you couldn't even see regular people's comments. So in the comment section, it was only like verified accounts, like celebrities and stuff. So everyone was there, bro. It was pretty cool. And I heard there was a Drake one with Tory Lanez or somebody that also went forever. I don't know if they actually did the one song at a time, but I think they were just went live, maybe talking to each other, and it was just insane. Like people are just at home, so I think it's cool that these people are putting up like little concerts. The first week in quarantine, Steve Aoki and like other DJs, they went live and they did like little shows for their fans and stuff. I thought was cool.
Yeah, I think DJs stepping up, artists stepping up to do that makes it a little more fun because on the weekends usually when people are out and about, Thursday to Sunday, and people want to listen to music, go out with their friends, drink, just hang out. And I
Yeah.
think that artists and DJs doing that all over social media on different platforms are doing something really, really important, which is giving people that feeling of normalcy. Is that what it is? A feeling
Um,
just, you know,
yeah, I don't know if it's the right word, but yeah, like getting people back to feeling good about themselves or what looking forward to something too, because there's no sporting events, there's no concerts, there's nothing going on. So, oh, I'm looking forward to going to watching the live of these two artists that I like, or these two DJs, or you, a DJ, or somebody just doing something. Like people are craving entertainment at this point, and I think anything that happens. And then what happened with your phone ended up falling? They had too much bass or something. What happened when you dropped your phone?
oh man, on that part, no. What happened was the stand was fine. What ended up happening was I have a TV in my room that I've yet to hang up anywhere, and I just kind of laid it on my bed, and it was at an angle. And what ended up happening was on top of next to the TV, there was like my rack of clothes, and it just knocked over that stand, and that's another oh shit, and I gotta go pick up the stand, and I tried to just make it nonchalant, like nothing happened.
Now we all notice and shit. And then
But I picked it back up.
you were babysitting that White Claw though. I'm just gonna throw that out
I
there.
mean, I keep all my white claws off screen just to, you know, try and make it as classy as possible. But when I was done with one, I would be like, okay, finish that one, grab the next one. It just always looked like one.
What time are you going live tomorrow?
I'll be going live again at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely turn up. I'll turn up for that one again.
There's I think for tomorrow, the theme is going to be, I get to decide, but I wanted to make a different theme every week. And then I think next week, I was talking to some school officials, and one thing that was brought up is possibly making like a virtual prom, where students who were going to graduate, who don't have the opportunity to like go to prom, can just tune in, dress up if they want to, you know, however fancy they want. And then just, you know, plug in their computer or plug in their phone to their home audio system and just dance at home with who you're with your family. It's not going to be the best case scenario because obviously you'd want to be with your date, your friends, your loved ones, whoever it is. But you make, you know, the best of it. And why not celebrate your success and graduating or whatever it is, you know, whatever is your next step, you know. And so that was something that was brought to my attention. And if more details come, I'll definitely send them to you, and then maybe we can do some.
That sounds really cool.
Promo for that.
That sounds cool because it is true. Like we were talking about earlier, like a lot of people are graduating senior year. You're looking for senior prom. You know, that's one of your key moments in high school and stuff, and they're not gonna get a chance. So I think if they make it a community event, like I know it's not gonna be the same as being like at a dance or whatever, but if all your friends are tuning in and maybe you're making announcements, I don't know, like what are you guys discussing? Like just a DJ set or having kind of announcements, or how would that work?
There's a lot of like, you know, what ifs now. One of the things my mentor was telling me, she was saying that she wanted to get with like she's very closely tied to like the news networks in the Valley. I think like Univision, the division that's in our Valle. And she was saying that she wanted to also bring it up there so people could also tune in. But if I were to do it, it might be next week, or I don't know when the exact date would be. And in that one, I would just have to change a little bit the direction. Try to do like a little bit more clean edits. Keep alcohol out of the the video for sure. She said like if you just have like a glass with, you know, no sort of Modelo can or nothing like that, it should be fine.
Yeah, just a cup, like a generic cup.
Yeah.
With like like Chile and salt rim, but
I'm like, what kind of water is that? But keeping like that, maybe announcements, maybe shout outs, maybe kind of how prom would be is at certain points kind of you would do like a slow dance, so you could make time for that. A couple things for that. Maybe do some
they should vote for like the king and queen on like Instagram polls or some shit.
Yeah, that could be another thing, you know, voting for king and queen.
That'd be kind of cool.
Doing line dances.
Line dances. What's that?
Yeah, so like basically doing the cha-cha slide, doing caballo dorado.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
everyone can video request to see who wants to, be on and who's got, who's got the best moves or something like that. You
That
do
sounds
like
cool.
a dance challenge or something. I'll just think of ways, But I thought that was something very cool that I wanted to be a part of because why not give these kids, something to look forward to and something to celebrate, especially if they didn't get that prom. They're not gonna be able to get that prom if they wanted.
Yeah, I think you should definitely make it happen or help however you can. And I'll help you run some promos because I think it should be like as many. And I feel like if you guys start doing it, once you guys do it, other schools are gonna want to do it too. Like you're only gonna start a trend because everybody needs to be involved, not just that one school.
Yeah, and it'll be like, oh, why did CV get a digital prom or whatever? But I mean, all it takes is just one person and get the ball rolling, and that's something that once my mentor saw me do, she's like, hey, I have an idea. Like we should, get together, talk this over Zoom and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give her a text probably tonight or tomorrow, and then just follow up on that, see where she stands, and if she's got any information, and then I'll just get back to you.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, just let me know and I'll throw in some clips and stuff. I got some B-roll stuff and some DJ stuff, and I got these like little presets to make like DJ edits and shit. So we'll make it some good commercials.
Nice. It'll be like a Super Bowl commercial.
A Super Bowl commercial. We gotta make a Doritos one. I always wanted to make. Remember when
I always wanted to be part of a Doritos commercial too. It looks so funny.
We should do one once it's all over. Start planning one out. Do it just for fun, just to do it. I remember they always had like, oh, submit yours and you could win like $10,000 or some shit and like tickets to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, which would be great because I mean, hey, that new stadium's right here.
I know, dude. It's literally like it was supposed to open in July, and now that's just probably gonna. I mean, nothing. It might still be done in time because I remember.
They're still working on it.
I read an article last week. I talked about it in one of my videos. They still have like 3,000 workers there. They're not stopping at all. They're still trying to finish, and there's no way they're gonna open it in July with. I think it's a Taylor Swift concert still they're gonna open the first event.
Yeah, I think when it comes to certain buildings like that, like I don't think once you get past a certain point, it's almost like you can't stop because either the beams are not gonna be strong enough to hold up what's currently like built, or things might get dented, and if you don't have the actual thing in place, you might have even bigger infrastructure problems down the line.
Yeah, no, there's certain buildings that just need to finish, and I mean, they said they're trying to follow the protocol of like 6 feet apart, wearing gloves and masks, and they're really trying to finish. So, but yeah, like that's gonna be. I was looking forward to that stadium too. I really wanted to go to like the first Charger game and all that stuff. So
we're gonna get Tom Brady, man.
I know. Well, we can still get Cam Newton, hopefully, maybe. Or we got the sixth pick in the draft too. We could draft Tua.
Yeah, I saw who we got. I was like, okay, some silver linings. Like, not too mad. I just wanted someone like at least a B or a B minus quarterback to like fill in the shoes and just bring some excitement and bring some attraction to to the new stadium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think they announced yesterday they're gonna be on the Hard Knocks, like the HBO show. They basically like record. It's kind of like a reality TV show of the entire training camp of the Chargers. It's the first time they're gonna do it. So if there's training camp though, because we don't even know there's gonna be training camp. But if they do have it,
that's true.
It's
in the summer, huh?
Yeah, it starts in the summer, in like July or June. I don't know.
See if there's some, man.
Yeah, so I mean, wrestling was able to do it. They had WrestleMania, fucking with no crowd, just like all those people. Fucking Vince McMahon don't stop for nothing.
Man, that dude is something else.
And they made WrestleMania 2 days. They made it Saturday and Sunday. I got to watch a little bit, but I wasn't really into it.
I'm surprised that dude is still kicking. He's been around forever.
I know, dude. And like all the steroids he took over the years too. Like, remember when like some random year he just got jocked up and he was all buff. I'm like, this
Yeah, he
motherfucker
like all beef.
he
Like,
just
aren't you like
shut.
the owner of like the WWE?
That dude, he's crazy, bro. I think today they announced UFC 249 is canceled, so they were supposed to have it next week, and they were trying to have it at a Indian reservation, so it is not technically federal law, so they were able to have it there, kind of like a loophole. But today they announced it's canceled. So
They're like, nah, I can't bring that here. Don't bring that shit here. We don't want you.
I know they they have scheduled 12 fights, so it's 24 fighters. But it's not just the 24 fighters. You got to bring medical staff, their trainers, the camera operation, the announcers, the officials. Like
Still a lot of people.
it's a lot of people. So I think that's why they canceled it. There's just too much logistics. They haven't announced any details, but all I know is that they announced today it's canceled.
Only makes sense.
And what's your like? How's your work now that you're from home? Is it still similar to what you used to do, or what are you doing different stuff? How long are you working? Like how does that happen?
One of the things that definitely, well, yeah, what happened was I ended up getting promoted at work. So it was a weird time to be promoted because I ended up getting the news while we're away. And so trying to adjust to the new responsibilities can be kind of hard because usually when you get new responsibilities, it's usually, you sit down with your manager, your director, whatever, and they, let you know what to expect and what to start doing. And then, jump right into it. Right now, it's kind of weird because I'm transitioning from my mentor, he's moving on to another position as well, and I'm taking over basically his responsibilities and some, and just basically being like the main person for the city of LA for the type of things I'm going to be doing. And so the way it's changed is, fortunately, because I'm in a style of sales role, I don't really need to be out as often, and I've gotten also like direct, guidance from my manager. If you don't need to be out, don't be out. Just be safe, be smart. So fortunately, I'm able to monitor and still keep up with all my customers and people and accounts that I manage, from fortunately from the comfort of my own home. And what I'm working on now is like basically doing reports, kind of looking at trends where business is increasing, decreasing, making sure that services are still completed. Because being in the hauling industry, you're always going to have, waste that needs to be picked up no matter where you go.
Yeah.
So all we've been doing is just adjusting to that. And
so you're still doing like waste management stuff for the city of LA, right? Or they were doing for your sector was LAX, right, or something like that.
Yeah. So I now oversee LAX, and I'm going to be overseeing the city of LA in the franchise zones that we have. So we have the West Los Angeles area, the North Central area, which is like Beverly Hills, Hollywood, the Mid Wilshire area. In West Los Angeles, we have everything from, I think, like the Griffith Observatory and downwards through everything except Santa Monica, parts of Marina Del Rey. We have Venice, LAX, and all the way down to basically where it gets to Imperial Highway and becomes El Segundo. And then we have all of the harbor zone, which is like San Pedro and down to 110. So it's a lot of territory, a lot of accounts. Yeah, I'm doing the account management, waste management, basically getting businesses to, be more sustainable, use our service, get great service, and, making LA just a little bit greener.
Yeah.
A lot more greener.
How are you guys seeing? Have you been seeing those reports on how much like the air has cleared up thanks to people not driving and stuff?
I can taste it. No, it's been good, man. It's nice right now, especially that it's raining. What I used to do is like when it was raining, I used to look forward to it because the next day, it would be like such clear skies and it's so beautiful. And when I would get onto certain on ramps, I could see like all of the city, and it was just like great. It'd be something that I really look forward to. But now it's like that all the time because no one's out, and so That's been really nice. The air's been good. And the times I've gone out to actually taste the air and smell the air have been when I've gone to either get groceries or to take a run. Actually, tomorrow, if it's not raining, I'm gonna go run to the Forum and the new stadium because it's only like 1.6 miles from where I live. And so then between there and coming back, it's like 3.2 miles. It's a pretty good run. You get it done
That's
like
cool.
in less than an hour.
Send me some
And
pictures
it gets me out of the house.
Send me some pictures
I'll
of the new
send it to you.
stadium. The new stadium.
I'll send it to you for
That'd be
sure.
dope.
So let me see if it's raining tomorrow. Hold on, checking the weather.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the weather.
Because I know it was raining all this week over here. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So it says Friday. I'm fucked. Yeah, Friday's raining, man. I just looked at it right now. It's gonna be raining from now 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 until tomorrow at 5 p.m. It should stop raining.
Damn. So, I don't know. Maybe next time you go out for a run and it's not. But I mean, if you're still down to run in the rain, I don't know. No, but then you're gonna get sick. Stay home.
Yeah, there's no point. Wait, what was I looking at? Oh, that was Anaheim. Shit, my bad. Hold on. It's still gonna rain tomorrow until 10 a.m. So I might go for a run tomorrow then. Not too bad. 10.
Okay,
I
if
might
you
walk
have
down in the
a
morning.
chance. Have you been watching like any shows or any TV, any movies at home?
Yeah, dude. There's a couple. Oh, well, I bought a PS4 recently. I got back on that.
Oh yeah.
So you should add me. I'll text you my ad thing. It's Suarezito. It's just like my Instagram.
Okay.
And when it comes to shows, I've honestly just haven't seen as much, I think, as other people. But one thing that I like to watch is MasterChef. MasterChef. I love Kitchen Nightmares. Almost anything to do with cooking and Gordon Ramsay, I like because it's like him like cursing out people, but then there's food involved, so it makes it entertaining.
Yeah.
Like it's bloody raw, like. It's just hilarious to me.
You haven't seen?
I really want to.
Have you seen that Tiger King?
No,
On Netflix.
I think because of the memes and things that I've seen, I think I already know what it's about. And I was like, who the hell is this person basking? And who's this Tiger King person? And who's this? And
dude, you gotta
after
watch
putting
it,
some
bro.
context clues, I'm just like, oh.
No, it's worth watching, bro. It's insane. Like it feels like some of the stories are made up because it's so ridiculous and the shit that people get away with. Like, I definitely recommend it. You gotta watch it. Tiger King.
All right, I'll put it on the list.
No, that one's really good, bro. After one episode, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like these fucking rednecks. And so, my biggest takeaway from the entire documentary, you could buy a freaking tiger for like $3,000, bro. Like that's so cheap, $3,000.
Damn, that's like less than one of the speakers that I need, man.
Yeah, it's like they sell puppies for like $2,000, $3,000, bro. You buy a dog for $3,000, you could buy a fucking tiger. Like that's fucking insane. No wonder there's more tigers in captivity in the U.S.
Like a baby tiger, or like I don't even know what I'm asking.
We're not. It's like, let me add it to my grocery shopping. Like toilet paper, salt, tigers.
One thing. Oh, those are good, by the way. Those are you're drinking. I love those.
Sparkling ice, fucking fire.
Dude, if you go to Costco at any point, do you drink LaCroix? They're kind of like that.
Yeah, I like those.
This flavor is key lime. Key lime LaCroix, and I kid you not, it tastes like Skittles.
LaCroix.
I heard it's LaCroix. I looked it up. LaCroix. I said LaCroix and someone like corrected me, and I was like, I don't know. I thought it was LaCroix.
I don't know.
LaCroix. But this drink, this shit right here, key lime, tastes like Skittles.
Tastes like Skittles?
Yeah, like I drank it and I was like, why does this taste so familiar? And I had it again. I was like, oh, it tastes the rainbow. That's what it tasted like. Very weird, but
you're gonna start getting all those little like fucking patches and shit, or those little Skittles on your face.
I love those commercials too, man. Like, what's wrong? Nothing. It's like a little bit, and then the next scene is like bunch more. You know what's Dorito scene? Not Dorito scene, commercial. I remember all time as my favorite. It's the one with the goat.
Which one's that one?
That's the one where like a person buys a goat, and then the goat like starts to eat the Doritos, and then it starts to want to eat more and more, and it doesn't stop. And then the guy ends up trying to make a sign that says "goat for sale," and the goat like pops in, and after all the Doritos have been eaten, if you get a chance, you look it up. It's hilarious.
I haven't. I don't. Even, I can't remember, but I'll add it to my list for sure. Because I know the one that somebody made that was like super simple was the one where they make like a time machine, or somebody puts like a cardboard like a little house, and then they're like, "Hey, come here. There's a time machine," and someone that's eating Doritos, and then they go in the time machine, and then they like spin it around, and then like somebody sneaks in and it's like an old person, so it's a little kid, and then they put an old person in there. So when the person like looks, there's an old person there, and then they freak out and they leave their Doritos back so that they can steal it from them. But the whole time they just tricked them because they thought it was an actual time machine. As a little kid.
I think I've seen that one. Somebody have watched that one then.
Yeah, that's the one that was my favorite one.
I'm gonna cue that right now on my YouTube.
Just look up a time travel Doritos commercial or something like that.
Time magic.
What?
That's I think what a time wizard says when he about to wave his wand. Time magic.
Which one's the one that you talked about? The goat Doritos.
Yeah, put Doritos Go commercial and it's funny. Time machine Doritos commercial. I'm gonna look at yours. I'm gonna mute mine real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, the go for sale one. Yeah, I do remember this one.
That's a pretty funny commercial.
Yeah, like that one's my favorite. I just watched the go one too.
Jimmy, you're so old. He's the greatest moment of my life.
And like look how simple those commercials are. That's what I'm saying. Like we could do some shit like that, bro. They're so simple.
With some Takis.
Oh, bro, I think you just came up with something. We gotta make spoof Doritos commercials with Takis, like Mexican style, like the same commercial.
Can we write a script?
Yeah, it could be almost be the same commercial, but just instead of Doritos, it's Takis. But like instead of like white people, it's Mexicans and shit, paisa foods. We could do some shit like that.
Like, so that like that commercial, the time machine one, but in Spanish.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in Spanish. It could just be more Spanglish.
Okay, I'll be down for that. That'd be kind of cool. I do have a bag of Takis right there.
we should come up with some Takis commercials and then just pitch them. Yeah, we fucking. I think they will blow up, especially now with everybody just being in quarantine.
Let me watch a few Doritos commercials and get inspired. I'll try and write a script, like a quick, like how long are these commercials? They're like what, 30 seconds a minute?
Yeah, 30 seconds. They're quick. They're just supposed to. You gotta get into one of the emotional ties. So it's fear, curiosity, anger, love, and I forgot the last one. But there's like four. There's 4 different elements, so you gotta tie into one of them. Or comedy. There you go. You gotta make people laugh. Either one. I think they say comedy is the hardest one. It's harder to be. It's the hardest thing to try to be funny when you're trying to be funny. Like you'll be funny, but once you're like trying to be funny, that's when you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, because then you try and maybe like overdo things when you just gotta like just be yourself, but like if the camera was there.
Yeah. Oh, tomorrow the Coachella documentary drops.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow on YouTube. It's the 20 years in the desert. So it's supposed to be like the documentary on the 20 years, basically. So I'm excited for that one. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, I want to see that then. I'll probably look forward to that during this weekend.
Yeah, that one's worth it because Coachella's so good at like archiving all their footage. So there's not really high quality stuff on YouTube. Like you really can't find a lot of their stuff. And I want to see in this documentary they're gonna show some like maybe Daft Punk and like all these legendary acts. And guest
They'll probably
performances.
interview them too, or you'll see clips of people like, "Oh, how was your performance? You just got off. Oh, it was so amazing. The crowd was insane. Whatever."
No, I know it looks exciting. I wonder how they're gonna do it. I know they're supposed to tell the story of how it first began, and then just over the years, like some of the best, most iconic moments. It's gonna be
Right.
crazy.
Man, thank you for reminding me about that. That's good.
Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know if it technically drops tonight at midnight or they have a specific time. It just said tomorrow, so I gotta see when they actually drop it. If there's like an actual time, but it'll be up on YouTube, so you watch it there.
Okay, it'll be easy to watch then.
I know that isn't there a way to like to watch the same thing with somebody? I don't know if it's through Zoom or through something else.
I can share my screen. Want me to share it?
How do you do that?
Where it says share screen.
I'm
Freaking.
paisa fool. I don't know how to do this shit.
You say, wait, share screen. Do you want me to like look it up?
No, I was just asking. It's cool. So it's
Yeah.
so it's through Zoom then.
Hey, you could do it through Zoom. I know because my manager had a Zoom meeting this week and he was sharing a screen while like presenting and talking to us.
That's cool.
So we would be like on the side column and the main screen would be here with like what he's looking at.
Yeah. How do you share screen? Right there was the share screen. You got me on that one, Chief.
Oh man.
Let's see. Oh, just make sure send me a photo so I could make one of those like splash those painting cartoon drawings for one of your photos.
Do you want a nude or something?
Yeah.
All right.
It's just any good quality photo, and then that way I could edit one for you.
Okay. I think I got two.
Oh, okay. So Coachella posted there tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific. The documentary drops.
What the fuck? I didn't want that one.
So tomorrow at 12, the documentary is gonna go live.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Tomorrow
Oh, shit.
at 12. Tomorrow at 12.
Tomorrow.
Annie or what?
Yeah. Dude, you know what's fucked up? The first time I heard Annie, I'm pretty sure it's Annie. It wasn't even because of the film. It was when this is how G I am, Lee. The first time I heard Annie was when I heard Hard Knock Life by Jay-Z. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us.
I know
I heard Jay-Z come in. I was like, what the shit? Okay, what is this? I don't know what's going on, but this is fire.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever watched it or ever heard it first. I mean, Jay-Z bodied that remix. So.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of body remixes or verses, I think I was following Good Music on Instagram and they tweeted Mercy and they said everyone like killed this verse, but who killed it more than anyone? And I remember there's 2 Chainz on there, Big Sean, Pusha T, and Kanye West. And I was trying to think of people's verses, and Mercy was a really good one, man.
Dude, that song was so good. I remember parties and everything. Everybody would just play that shit all the time. And it's so
okay.
Nah, it's so good. I think the best one on that it was probably 2 Chainz or Kanye. I like Big Sean's verse too, though. I forgot what Pusha T's verse goes. I forgot like that his goes. I know. Big Sean has that line where it's like, "I give her that D," because
that's where I was born and raised.
Yeah, something like that. But I think 2 Chainz is my favorite for now.
Let's see. Pusha T's was hold on. Pusha T Mercy lyrics. Yeah. Oh, I like the way Big Sean opens it up. He goes, "Okay, drop it to the floor. Make that ass shake. Whoa, make the ground move. That's an ass quake." Oh shit, man.
Yeah, that was hard.
Oh, Pusha T opens up with, "Yeah, It's prime time. I talk bad. This
It's
pit
in
game.
game.
Ho. I'm
All
red
right.
leather. This cocaine. I'm Rick James. Ho. I'm Bill Drop Miss Pac-Man. This pill popping asshole. Oh man, that's
Yeah.
for
Okay, that one's hard too. Yeah, 2 Chainz for me. 2 Chainz is the best one out of all of them.
what does he say?
I forgot how he starts.
Chains and Big Sean. Oh, okay. Now catch up on my campaign. Coop the color of my mayonnaise. I'm drunk to high at the same
Same
time.
time.
Drinking champagne on the airplane. Spit rounds like a gun range. Beat it up like Rampage. Man.
Yeah. The thing I like about Kanye is how he switched it out because the beat switches with him.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
What did he say? Said some. It's in there somewhere. Let the
Let the
suicide
suicide
doors.
doors.
Yeah.
Let the suicide
I remember that. It does
on the
switch up on
12
his.
plus. I do it so it's on the private jet. I remember that. That song's fucking fire, bro. I don't know. What's your favorite verse now?
I'm not gonna lie. I think I really like Big Sean's verse because I actually remember the whole thing. Say yay, hey, don't we do this every day? Day I work them long nights, long nights to get a payday. Finally got paid. Now I need a shade and vacay.
Oh yeah.
And then that last four, he goes, now we out in Paris. Yeah, I'm Perrier. White girls politicking. That's that Sarah Palin. Getting hot Californicating. I give her that D because that's what's okay. Lamborghini, and then goes back into the hook.
Yeah, that's just hard. It's prime time. Oh, I put up the lyrics right now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pusha T's verse is hard too. I'm catching on the campaign. Beat it up like a rampage.
Dude, that beat is
100
so hard.
bands. Cut your girl, now girl, the band-aid. Great A1. Chain color A-com. Black diamonds. Damn, that shit's hard, bro.
Yeah, that's 2 Chainz, right?
That was 2 Chainz, yeah.
Oh
What?
yeah, that one's a good one.
What's one of your favorite songs of all time?
Like for verse spitting.
Or no, just what's like top top five songs on the top of your head? I know it's super hard because there's so many genres and there's so many, or just 5 songs that some of your favorite. It doesn't have to be top five, just 5 songs that you absolutely like.
Oh, like for sure. There's a song by Daft Punk, "Give Life Back to Music." That one's probably one of my favorites. "Baby Be Mine" by Michael Jackson. That song is badass. If that song comes on, bro, I'm getting into like funk fever for sure. I connected my computer because it was getting low on battery. Those two, and then the other three, I would say. There's a song by Duncan Du or Miquel Arengstun, if you will, called "Esta Luz No Se Apagará," and it's a cover of a song by the Smiths or Morrissey that's called "The Light Will Never Go Out." It's really really pretty. It's got nice guitar and good strings in there. It's a classic like rock en español song.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
I would say the last two. I gotta include a hip hop song, and I would have to say that if I hear it, I'm gonna go nuts. Still Dre. Like if I hear Still Dre,
once that beat comes on,
like boom, blim, blim, blim. Once I hear the Scott Storch on the keys, it's over, man. And that's my fourth one. And my fifth one, automatically that comes to mind is "Cause I'm TNT." Oi, oi, oi.
bro, I start. That song reminds me of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 or 4. I forget which one it was. Pro Skater 4, I think. That song was on the soundtrack. I remember when we used to play, like getting the graffitis and trying to like met the colors.
Oh yeah,
you remember
you get a bunch of combo points.
Yeah, and then you're tagging different parts of the city, and then whoever gets the most wins. You remember playing that shit?
Yeah, because it was like if you tag over someone else's to make it your territory, and
Yeah.
you have to beat them to it,
And I
and you
remember
could like I think knock them down.
oh yeah, you could like run over, and then you do like the one where like you're one on one hand, trying to balance
Yeah,
it. That was the one that
yeah,
gets
and
you
then
in the spots.
you have to adjust the little middle thing when you're doing like an
Yeah,
ollie or into a manual. Then you grind onto the thing, and then you like flip. Yeah, I remember that.
dude, those
That
things
was the
are
most
fucking.
stressful thing ever.
Those are some of my favorite games. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And then
That's a pretty good one.
right now, when you said that there was a cover in Broken Español, did you ever hear Sobreviviré by Priscila y sus balas de plata, which is I Will Survive, but in Spanish, the I Will Survive song?
Yeah, but I heard it not through her. I heard it through Mónica Naranjo, and that's probably one of my mom's favorite songs, Sobreviviré.
Yeah. And I remember listening to it as a kid, and then I made the connection. I was like, what the fuck? They just stole the
Yeah,
song. Like, they
yeah,
just did it in
absolutely.
Spanish.
Like hold on. You know Selena, she did that with a song too.
She did a song in Spanish?
Well, no, her song in Spanish that she did. It's originally from. I'm gonna tell you right now. Give me a sec. It samples. Jesus Christ. You know the song "Fotos y Recuerdos"?
Yeah.
That samples an English song. I think it's called "Back in the Chain Gang." I think. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's by Morrissey. I found Back on the Chain Gang. Want me to play it through my phone real quick?
Yeah.
All right, watch this. Because you know how Fotos y Recuerdos go, right?
Yeah, I know that song.
Okay. Play this shit right now.
Morrissey, they were at Coachella.
Morrissey's badass.
I really don't know him, to be honest.
Or if it was Morrissey or hold on. Might have been the Pretenders.
You're the first person that I know that listens to Morrissey.
Oh, it's the Pretenders. Yeah, Morrissey's good, man.
Oh shit, it is the same beat and everything.
And even the lyrics mimic it. Well, not mimic it. These are the ones who talk about.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. I love
my,
music, man. I love the sampling nature back in like the 80s and 90s when people would just kind of like, oh, that song's badass. I'm gonna make a Spanish version of it, you know?
or like fucking Caballo Dorado,
Yeah, with Billy Ray Cyrus,
Billy Ray
Achy
Cyrus.
Breaky Heart.
It's the same shit. The same shit. They just stole it. It's have you worked on making your own songs? Like, I know you already had some samples back then. Have you been working on that still or no? Like making your own beats and songs?
No, dude, I was, and to be honest, I was so butthurt when I got my computer stolen
Oh yeah, I
because it
remember
got
that.
stolen with my external hard drive, and I usually don't carry them around together. But I was working, and usually like when I'm in my rhythm, I go from work to gym and then do other shit. And I was so discouraged, man, because I didn't have those backups of the Logic files anywhere aside from those two things, and I was just like, I wanted to give up. But I have the program. I have everything I need. I just haven't like started the projects, you know, or begun them because
Yeah.
just because I'm
Damn.
stubborn, you know. But
Damn, that's gotta suck, bro. I remember they stole your shit.
because I had so much content, man. I had so many new original records, stuff that I wanted to give to like artists in the valley, stuff that I wanted to like put out. And I think this quarantine is making me feel like I need to use also that time to be creative and put some stuff out because I know I have it in me. I just need to get over it, really.
At least on the weekends, if you're not too busy, since there's nothing to do anyway, like
Yeah.
there's nothing to do. So if I can myself make like a song every weekend or something, like just practice different shit, get inspired. That'd be pretty cool.
No, yeah. I mean, I have my MIDI keyboard here. I have my setup
I have
set up.
I have the samples that you gave me still, the late night the late night.
Oh, late night through downtown. Yeah.
I have that one. Do you have those
Man,
still?
yeah. No, I have them on my phone. Like I have Block Rock too. I have other samples on here. Because I saved them, I would like put them on my phone, and then I would listen to them in the car to see how they sounded, for mastering purposes.
Yeah.
So I still have them. I still have all those. But vale verga tenerlos, and then I have the raw files to like edit.
Yeah, that's true.
But the
Yeah.
good thing is like I can go and recreate those songs and make it even better. Because at least I'll be remember like, oh yeah, I remember I put this bell in there. I'll put this.
Yeah,
I'll
I
put
have
this over here.
collective thoughts. I have late night downtown, losses, car demo 2, and is X File yours too? X File.
Yeah, X File. Yeah.
Yeah, I have those. I use them for my videos sometimes. That's B-roll.
Fuck, let me see if I have Block Rock on here. I might not. If I have this one, I'll send it to you. Did I ever send you one called Block Rock?
I don't think so. I only have those. Those. I mean, you sent me those like 2018, like years ago.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. How do I send this shit? Wait, can you airdrop shit? Pretty sure you can.
AirDrop from
Oh, here we go.
From your phone to the computer, yeah, but
yeah, here we go. I'm trying to do that shit. Whatever, I'll figure this out. I'll send it to you at a later time because I'm trying to figure out how to even do that. Because I have it on my phone, so I just need to drop it to my computer and I'll send it over. Oh, dude, something I wanted to bring up. I remember when I brought you into that Zoom, I don't remember a lot of that Zoom video. All I remember was we had a good conversation, like one-on-one, and then I brought you in. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna bring him in. I think it was you, me, I think Chris and Tony. And I don't remember where the night went because all I remember was I woke up in my bed.
bro, you were freaking drunk that day, bro. I remember you fell down one time. You were dancing. You started playing music. We were having a conversation, then you turned on music or your speaker. I don't know what it was. And then you were dancing, and then you fell down. We were just laughing. And then,
Oh, shit.
and then we're having a conversation, and then you come in and like give your like 2 cents on it, but then like you were stumbling your words, like you didn't know what you were saying.
Fucking pendejo, dude.
Nah, it was cool. It was cool. It wasn't a problem. You say you finished a bottle of Jack that day, huh?
Yeah, casi, dude. I looked at the next day. I wanted to throw up so bad. I was so hungover, and it was Monday too. It was Monday this week.
It was a Monday. What the hell?
I was like, I woke up, and I was just like, oh shit, what happened? All I see was like, my computer was down. Like everything looked fine, but I was just like, I don't remember ending the call last night.
I got off. I don't know how long they stayed up, but I got off like around 10-ish, 10:30, I think it was. No, it was a pretty cool conversation. We were on that shit for a while. But yeah, you by the end of you were freaking gone.
Oh man, sí, ya saben cómo me pongo porque me invitan.
That was cool though. I like having hangouts because I mean, like you're saying, there's at least talk to somebody. We can't meet up or whatever, but at least keeps us entertained.
Yeah, dude, stay hydrated. That's what I've been doing this week.
I've been drinking a lot of water. Just right now too. The only thing that sucks when it's raining or like cloudy is like, do you enjoy when it's cloudy and rainy, or do you like not somber, but it just feels like you don't even want to go outside? Like it's just like
no me emputo, dude. Like if I'm planning to go out and it's raining, I get mad. But if I'm on the vibes where like, oh, I'm gonna stay home, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna hang out with my roommate, or I'm just gonna do stuff in the house or inside somewhere, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it can really be either way. If it ruins the day, I'm like, shit, man. But if it doesn't, I'm just like, hey, it adds to the atmosphere. You're inside, you're cozy, you're warm, and yeah, it makes for cool days. But this week it just like added to like the negative energy surrounding COVID, and I was just like, so this is my life.
That's what happened the first week. It was the week in March when everything started getting shut down. It was like super cloudy that week too, and everything just felt like it was an eerie feeling, like just driving and just like seeing all the reports, like everything's getting shut down. NBA is canceled, Coachella is canceled, this is canceled. Like it was just everything was just happening.
2020 is canceled.
It really is. 2020 is canceled. Like 2021 is our year.
Yeah, man. They have that meme where that girl's like yelling and crying at the cat, and she's like, "You said 2020 was gonna be a movie," and the cat's like, "Yeah, Home Alone."
Dude, there's a lot of people bringing up like tweets from December where like, oh, 2019 was so bad, 2020 can't be much worse or something like that, or I can't wait for 2020. I can't wait for 2020 because 2019 sucked, and then everybody's like retweeting them because right now it's just like the worst. Now, yeah, it started with Kobe passing away. Kobe in January 26th. I remember because it was the day before my birthday. He passed away on the 26th. I was like, God damn it. So Kobe passed away. Then everything started freaking just downhill from there. It was just negative news after news after negative news.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a crazy year.
Yeah. Hopefully things start turning around. I'm hopeful. I try to, like I said, try to stay optimistic. Trying to get the best of the situation. Or like Adolf said, we can't choose to be here. We just have to make the most of our opportunity. Or whatever the fuck he said.
He doesn't even say that. He's like, what? That's like way off. He says, and so do others who face such time, but it's not up to us. What is up to us to do with this time that is given to us? The opportunity.
I know I had botched that completely. I
thought you were gonna go more like opportunities and a chingarle. Like when again don't say that.
It's the new millennial version of Lord of the Rings. He said it.
I think I knew where you were going with. I was like, I think I know what he's talking about.
Nah, but go ahead.
You have PS4, right?
Yeah.
What games do you have on it?
I have the new Call of Duty and the new Madden. That's it. I haven't, because I really don't play that much. Now I have more time, but that's why I never really buy games, because I never really have time. But the new Call of Duty is the one that I have, the Modern Warfare.
Oh shit! I don't know which one mine is. I got Infinite Warfare. Is that like a couple of games behind?
Infinite Warfare. Was that last year's game? I don't remember, to be honest. I used to be super into it. I'm still good at playing, but there's another one too. There's Call of Duty Mobile on the phone. And
I've seen that.
That one's fun, bro. It has like the maps from like Modern Warfare 2, like the old school maps. And it feels like that, and it's kind of cool to play. I play with Davo sometimes and other people. The Modern Warfare is cool, but those are the only games I play. That one and Madden 20. But yeah, that's it. What game do you have?
I have Need for Speed Heat, FIFA 20, the Infinite Warfare with the Modern Warfare, the original, him as a bundle. Dynasty Warriors 8, Extreme Legends.
Bro, remember we used to play Dynasty Warriors?
No, that shit, that's fire. Like the graphics and the storylines got so much better. I got the 8 one with the Extreme Legends version, which is like the one that you had, bro. And I immediately got like
Liu Bei. I remember
playing back in the day.
Liu Bei and all those motherfuckers.
Yeah, Lu Bu.
Bro, is it still the same concept? Like you control general and all that shit, or how's it?
Yeah, you can do like the storyline and play out the story, or you can do a free mode where you start to invade your own empires and generals and start to conquer all of like China, or you can what's the other version? I think you can play online. I think yeah. There's like 3 or 4 different ways you can go about it, but it's pretty cool. You got to choose like Wu or Wei or Shu, like all the um, different groups, you know.
Mhm.
And they all have their characters, and then you build up like your weapons and all that stuff. Um, and this one, Lubu gets his ass handed to him at the end, bro.
All for us.
Yeah, he gets captured by Chow Chow, uh, and then they just uh, he was either to serve uh, or be killed, and he got killed on the spot, like sliced like through the face and body, dude.
Damn. Do they still have those big weapons? Like remember the big old like fucking
Oh
sword
yeah,
and like just
the
smashing
halberd,
people?
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that shit was badass.
yeah. They got the horse. They got like these interactive controllers now. Oh, and then the the like the very special power move,
Mm-hmm.
dude. It's fucking sick. It's much better now
Damn, I'm excited. I kind of want to get it now.
because you can do it in the air and you can do it on the ground, and you still have the ability to like ride the horse. Um, and then they do different things where like stuff's flooded, stuff's on fire. You have to like, reinforcements come or whatever, all that stuff. Like they reminded me a lot of like the older games, and I really like that game. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna play it.
Cool. And then the Need for Speed, you just got that one too.
Yeah, Need for Speed Heat. I think my brother has it too, so I might play him at some point.
Remember, we used to
Remember
play.
Need for Speed being badass.
We used to play that shit all the time when we were kids.
Underground 2, Carbon.
Hell yeah, those are the good old times. I forgot about Dynasty Warriors until you just brought it up.
Yeah, man, it was one of those games. I was like, shit. There was a couple of games before. Tekken's also pretty good.
Tekken.
I might get a Tekken game like in a month or so. I want to go through some of these games first. I have God of War, the one where he has a son.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that one. And then this other game called The Last of Us.
Oh, I've heard of that one. I've never played it, but I've heard of it.
And my friend Derek, he was like, hey, like once you start, you're not gonna be able to put it down. And people, I think, are excited for the second one too. I heard it's like one of the best games they've played.
Yeah, I think they announced something about it the other day. It was like trending. I don't know. I don't really know that game, but I heard it's really good. Do you ever play the Resistance games? The Alien one, where it's like World War II, but the aliens came and you're fighting like aliens and shit. It was like PS3 games. Resistance 1, 2, and 3.
Let's see. Resistance game. Oh, I think I've seen that one. It's got a skull and something on it in the front.
Resistance Fall of Man.
I think I remember playing this one. I did play this one. I think I rented it from Video Depot when it was still alive.
Depot.
Yeah, this game was actually pretty cool. I do remember this one. It reminded me a lot of like the I Am Legend shit because the creatures look all ugly and shit.
Yeah.
I never got into Fallout though. I know a lot of people that do like Fallout. I never got into it.
Yeah, I never got into it either. I know the next thing I want to do is get a VR, the PlayStation VR. That shit sounds fun, bro. I played it once at a GameStop, maybe like a year ago or 2 years. I was at Ontario Mills or one of those big malls, Arcadia. I don't know which one it was, but they had it at GameStop. So you put it on, and then they put on these like headphones, so it completely blocks your vision. So anywhere you look, so you're turning, and then there's like shit everywhere, bro. And then you're still using the controller, so you're still playing with the stick, but like it's noise canceling and visual canceling, so it looks sick, dude. I know they have scary games for that. They have like Doom.
Fuck that.
Fuck
dude.
no, I'm not playing that shit.
you
Yeah, no.
imagine? You're just like in the middle of the night and you're playing that.
No better. Yeah, I wouldn't play those, but I do want to get into VR because I know there's gonna be like some badass games coming in the future where that's gonna be the future. Where you just get on your fucking headset. I know they already have NBA like courtside where like you put it on and you could watch games like live. They have like a camera on the stadium or on the court, like where they broadcast
What
you
the
like
hell?
yeah they like sitting front row at a basketball game and you can watch it in VR. And
And they have to charge for that to be front row.
yeah. I don't know.
Ridiculous.
There's a lot of shit, and I know a lot of people like into VR, but I don't know. I never committed to getting it, but now since there's nothing to do, I might get into it just to try it out.
I feel it, man. Yeah. I think I might do VR later on the PS5.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna get it next year. I'm probably gonna get it like in 2022 or 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Like very end because I got the PS4 Slim and it's like I wanted something to play in the meantime and just have something, when it's like had a long day of work or reading or projects or just work in general. It's nice to kind of just play something, get stress out.
Yeah, it's cool to decompress sometimes and just go numb because we're just focused on work. We're focused on this, focused on that. Like sometimes it's cool to just chill for a little bit, I know, like for me, I used to play a lot of video games, and then I don't know, over the last like 2 years, for some reason, I just kind of stopped playing that much. Like I don't know why. Kind of like I guess I started making more, using my free time to make videos and using my free time to do other shit that's like more productive. It's been pretty good. Last year was amazing, and then this year I was expecting some good shit for videography, but all the events got canceled and shit now with the COVID. So, how's your events? Did you get a lot of events canceled due to COVID?
Everything's dude, because I can't do anything.
I know you had a lot
really
of
bad. I feel really bad for people that had like quinces and like weddings, because that's just like inviting people and then it's the food. Sometimes people don't get their money back. It sucks because until probably the fall, all events are going to be canceled. I doubt there's going to be events really in the summer, even though like summer feels like the time when you should be out. But we'll see how it goes. This kind of sucks that all these.
Did you
gatherings.
get deposits from people, or how does that work?
Yeah, for those that I got deposits from, like I was nice about it. I gave it back. Like
Okay.
I usually have a policy of the deposit's non-refundable, and it says so in like the contracts. But because of the circumstances, like, and it wasn't their fault. Usually, I'm not one to give a refund of the deposit back if you messed up or you got the date wrong, or if I don't know, you decided to cancel for really something you could have foreseen down the line. More for like mediocrity and stupidity. That's why I put that in there.
Yeah.
But if it's something like there was like a family death or something, I'm pretty empathetic to those things, and I'm not like cool. Like I give them their money back. Because obviously the performance is not going to happen, and I feel bad for having that,
Yeah.
But I just put that clause in there for all the stupids, that when their events are or some shit happens, they're like, oh, like I forgot to text you or message you. Well, I don't care.
No, that's good. For us, we had like 3 weddings in March, and then some other events here in April that just got canceled. I like, for us, it's not a big deal, but like you were saying, for those people that were planning those parties, like all the bands, the DJs, the food, the manteles, inviting all the relatives, like, especially if it's a wedding or a quince, like once in a lifetime event type shit, push back, like, man. Hey, if they somehow open everything up by November, it's gonna be like 3 events every weekend, bro. You're gonna be so booked.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and especially with like all this the Fuego Fridays going on and more events coming down the line. I think on Sundays I might do like disco and funk. It'll allow more traffic and more people to come in because now you don't have to be invited necessarily to the party or whatever. It's like open to the public. Whoever wants to join and log in, it's available. So I think right now is a good time, especially for us to be putting out content and getting digital products out there and showing people what we can do and all that stuff. Because once, like you said, once this is all hopefully said and done, everyone's going to be lining up to start throwing parties. People that had parties and birthdays during this time that they should have had, it's going to be like so much stuff going on.
I know.
Hopefully, so.
Hopefully, we don't know yet, but it's gonna get pretty good. I'm excited for that stuff. You should keep live streaming. Like once this is done, you should try to. I know you probably have, or even if you have an event like on Fridays, just live stream the event. Like just fuck it, just put the phone there of you playing. Just get a little tripod where you hook it up and have your phone ready. I think that'd be cool.
Right. I think I might just record kind of like overhead, so you'll see the tables from above. Mainly because of like a privacy issue. I want to make
sure yeah, I meant like record yourself, not the crowd. Then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just because I don't know how that'll work with them, but I'll probably do that. I'll probably get like one of those sound cards because I know in order to get like the most clear one, you always want to use a sound card to connect your device and stuff. But for now, I haven't been doing that, and it's been fine. But once I go out and get back into the rhythm of things, I don't know when, but I think. I still want to do some of these live stream session stuff, but maybe more like on a Sunday, kind of like do maybe like disco funk soul or even like a house theme thing on Sunday, kind of where people are typically going out to like brunch or going out to like some places because they're still dancing on Sundays. It's tailored a little bit different. It's more during the day and people are going out to day events or dagers, brunch, all that stuff. So probably make it tailored more towards that.
That sounds fun. Yeah. I like you say, you take advantage of the situation. Just put yourself out there. And I bet once, like you said, once party season comes out, like a lot of people are going to hire you because they've seen you perform on their feed, like doing all these things. It's kind of like branding yourself, like every time you go out. That's one thing I've been like reading about and implementing more is you just got to keep putting your face out there. More people like that know that you're there. Just keep having your brand, keep showing up. And
yeah, because of what you put up, a bunch of people I think that know you started following me from last week. Like, oh, this person that follows Angel Chavez followed you, or whatever, because like you post up, so then they log in, they see and all that stuff. So it's been interesting to see that flow of people coming in.
No, it's that's the thing I learned because before I was like I don't want to like overwhelm or like post too much, but then I saw that it doesn't matter. Like you just have to shove your face, even if you're not like doing anything like for profit. Just be there, show up, be in people's feeds, keep reminding people that you're there, that you're doing things, and then eventually it turns into whatever you want them to do, like convert, get hired, whatever. Just different things.
Yeah, because they remember and they're like, oh, I remember that one DJ that was pretty good doing that. I remember this person that does good video editing or videography or cinematography, all that stuff.
Yeah, and it's happened before already. Like I've got hired from just posting shit on social media. Like people are like, oh, you do videos, weddings, whatever, or edits. Like I've edited videos for people. Like they send me their video and I just do a quick edit for them, and I don't have to like shoot, but just like kind of cool. Like I just get their files, edit something, and then send it out. There's no using my gear and going out.
Yeah, you have the raw stuff, and all you have to do is do your video editing. Like you said, you don't have to worry about uploading anything else except for that one footage they sent you.
You ever see that music video we did for Sinner? I'm gonna send you the link.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. I did see it. It's wait, don't tell me his name. I know his name. Shit, se me fue la onda, dude. But I remember seeing him. We've hung out in a couple of places before.
Yeah, his name's Adam or Sinner.
Adam.
He came here when you were DJing my birthday. He was here. He came in late. He came like super late.
I remember seeing him.
Yeah, this dude. He just wanted a music video because he's dropping music and stuff. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And we did the first. So that was my first video I ever did it. We only did 2 scenes, which was we did another one that was a driving, but I didn't like the footage, so I didn't even put it in the video. I was like, we were driving in a van. Alex was driving it, and I had like the vans have like the side door. I was sitting on the side door with the freaking runner recording. I gotta post some behind the scenes shit, but I didn't even get to use any of that footage because I didn't like it. It didn't make sense with the video. But
I get. I did see when all the trucks were lined up. That was right outside Pablo's place, right?
Yeah, that was us. Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's pretty clean.
No, yeah, we did pretty good. We kind of worked it out. He wants to do more, but of course, like right now, we can't really do a lot of shit. So, we have something on Sunday. He's dropping like a little teaser, and then I'm gonna show us some behind the scenes of how we shot it. It's so cool. Like you'll like it. I'll share on Sunday. I'll tag you in it so you can watch it. But yeah, just trying to stay creative. It sucks. Like I haven't like. I've made YouTube videos, but I haven't gone now and recorded in a while now, and that's like, fuck, I need to do something. Like, it's just kind of boring just sitting at home and shit.
Yeah, man, you got to work with what you got. Like you said, behind the scenes stuff, processes, quick tips.
I know bringing value.
Yeah, you gotta get creative.
And then bringing value, I gotta make more like tip type videos or showing people how I do things. People are interested in that, like behind the scenes, how to's, and that usually like when you bring value to people, that's when people like appreciate it more than you just posting about yourself. You know, like here's a picture of me, and it's like no one cares, but here's how I took this picture using this fucking technique, and like people are like, oh shit, that's cool, let me try it. You know, like, I don't know, bringing value to people. It's a bit I learned about today too. And then, yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Trying to stay more consistent. And then this podcast too, I haven't really posted. I posted a podcast today. It was just a quick, like 20-minute one. But then this one, I'm probably gonna post this one. Just a conversation. I mean,
yeah, man. Take whatever clips and stuff that you like from this.
Yeah, it's just content. Just a conversation. About fucking what was it? Dynasty Warriors. I forgot the name.
The Gandalf quote.
Messing up Gandalf quotes. I kind of watched Lord of the Rings again. We gotta watch the extended edition now. We should do a screen share. We're watching Lord of the Rings. Just get drunk watching that shit.
I've heard that you can do that with Netflix and a certain tool, like it's Chrome tab or Google Chrome tab, something like that, where you can sync up and watch. Yeah, the same material, like at the exact same time.
I heard about that too. I don't know how to do that, but we'll definitely do something. We'll maybe watch Lord of the Rings over the freaking internet or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm down because I'm pretty sure if we just like coordinate the time and date, we'll figure out how it works and then.
Yeah, I'll start looking into some tutorials, but okay, I'm pretty much wrap it up. But pretty good conversation. We were there like 2 hours. That's quick.
Yeah, it was a pretty good combo. Sounds G, man.
All right, bro. Thank you. Stay safe.
Absolutely. Send you some photos. Let me know if you're good. Take care.
Yeah.
Hope your family's good.
Yeah, I'll send you the little like splash edit right now. Exactly.
All right. Sounds good, man.
All right.
Take it easy.